Hello people, this is GeoCrafter from the Crafted Imagination Minecraft server. 1 hour and 20 minutes later after the official 1.3.1 release. And I'm gonna be teaching you how to make 1.3 server. Step number 1, make a folder where you will store Minecraft 1.3 server. So I'm just gonna call this Minecraft 1.3. Then after you made the folder where you're gonna store your server at, you're gonna go to the first link in the description and click download. Actually, this is gonna be the link that you'll be presented with. You have two options here. You can either choose the Minecraft server.exe file or the Minecraft server.jar file. Minecraft server exe file doesn't allow you to set and change how much RAM is gonna be using. And Minecraft server.jar does, and those are the main two differences, and I'm going to choose server.jar just because of that. If you're using server.exe, you can skip this step, and I'll provide you with an annotation where you need to go, because all you have to do is just double click and the server will start. Although if you are more advanced and you want a better server and you're using the jar file, you can drag and drop that in. Then you need to open up Notepad. We're going to be using a very simple Java command, so we can open this file with our own properties. We can type Java. I will explain all of this in the end, do not worry. -Xms1000M space Xmx2000M. We're going to be opening up a jar file which is called Minecraft server.jar, and we do not want any graphic user interface. So basically all we're doing over here is we're using Java to open up a jar file that is called Minecraft server.jar, and we want to make sure that this jar file is not gonna have any graphical user interface, and we're gonna be opening it up with this RAM. XMS is for the minimum RAM and XMX for the maximum RAM. So for me, 1000M, which is 1 gigabyte for the minimum and 2 gigabytes for the maximum. So now it's very important to click save and save it inside your server directory, which you can do like that by going into it, and then you want to make sure you will call it as you like. I'm gonna call this star. I'm gonna call this run, and then make sure that the save type is as all files. It's very important that you set the server type as all files, and then the format of this is gonna be .bat. That is also very important. So click save. Now you can start your server by double clicking. This is gonna generate all the files that you need. So what it's gonna generate? It's gonna generate the band IPs and players, the ops, the logs, and the whitelist, and of course the server properties. So after it's downloading, I'm just gonna stop it. For now, this when the socket is closed, it gives an error, so ignore that completely. You're gonna go ahead and open up server properties. I'm using a neat program called Notepad++. I highly suggest you use that, and the link will be in the video description. Now on the properties, I want nether. The name will be world. Ignore query, it's something bad. I know what it is, and it's something bad. Low flight is whether you want people to use client mods like speed hacks and fly mods in your server. I don't. Server port, leave that default. Same with the level type, and do not touch the recon. Also, I don't have any problems with the world that generates, so I'm gonna leave the seed blank, same as the IP. You do not want to put your IP in there because your IP changes. Max build height, I don't want to change. 256 blocks are pretty good for me, and you can go in higher, so only bottom, so which is not good. I do want villagers, so I'm gonna set this to true. I do want whitelist, so I'm also gonna set this to true. Whitelist is a list with players, and only those players in that list will be the players who will be able to join the server. So let's say Notch is not listed on the whitelist, then he will not be able to join your server. Only the people that you add to that whitelist will be able to join your server. Spawn animals, why not? Spooner enabled, I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna mess with that. Hardcore, I don't want that. I do not want a default texture pack. Online mode is whether you want when people log in for the game to check whether the username and password match, or they're actually the username that they say. So this will avoid hackers. If this is set to true, this will avoid hackers and like fake Notch and Jeb stuff. So I highly suggest for security reasons, as well as having your server more clean, better, put that to true. PvP, player vs player combat, I want that. Difficulty, it's 1 through 3. I'm gonna put this to 2. Game mode 0 to 1, which is 0 survival, 1 is creative. Max players, I want to set that 15. Spawn monsters, of course. Generate structures, I want villages and all the new things that they added. View distance 10 is pretty good for me. And message of the day, by the way, keep in mind that the more RAM, the more the view distance, the more RAM that it needs. Message of the day in Minecraft server, I'm gonna add the word YouTube in. YouTube Minecraft server. I'm gonna say all of this. Then I'm gonna add myself to the whitelist, so I'll be able to join. Alright. Then I'm gonna make sure that I'm OP as well, so I'm gonna add myself on the OP file. There we go. And now I can run the server. Also, I'm gonna use my 1.3.1 client to log in. And this will be a local host server. I'm gonna log right in. And as you can see, I'm logged in, no problem. So I'm in the middle of the jungle, so I can do game mode 1. So I'm in creative because I'm OP. Now OPs do not have a color, which is weird. So yeah, the server is working now. Let's make it available to the public. So I'm gonna disconnect, put this down very quickly. In order for your server to be allowed and so people will be able to join, you need to say that to your firewall. Basically, firewall does not allow anybody coming into your computer. It only allows you to go in other places. So we need to say firewall that if people are looking for the port 25565, so if people type your IP address, Minecraft is going to automatically take that IP address and look on that IP, on that firewall of that IP, the port 25565. And we need to say that we need to say to our firewall that when people are looking for that port, we want them to go straight to the computer that is running the server. So we need two things, and we're gonna get them using CMD. So we need to type CMD, open it up, and we want to be using the command ipconfig, if I type it correctly. Now we want to know the IPv4 address, which is the IP of the computer. So we're gonna tell later on firewall if people want to join in 25565, put them in this IP. And in order to configure firewall and go in our router, we need our default gateway. So note both of these down. Then open up a new tab, enter your default gateway, and press enter. That will allow you to log in by using the provided username and password from your router. For my in every router, it's different how you do this. I'm gonna provide a link where it shows you a specific guide for every router. For mine, I need to make a service like that, like say I just gonna like add like Minecraft test, maybe, you know, and then the port needs to be 25565 in all of these, and then just hit apply. After you make it, you need to go into firewall rules, and I need to say firewall, take the service that I made, which is a Minecraft test, and make sure you'll always allow it on this IP. So you're gonna basically say that when people wanna use the service called Minecraft test, which is when people are trying to access your network with your IP at the port 25565, put them in this IP where the server will be, and then the server is gonna accept them. So we just click apply. I have already done that, and guess what? Now we can use our IP, which is over here. This is my IP. I'm gonna change it after this video. I'm gonna copy it over, paste it, and hit enter, and guess what? I can log in. So my port forwarding is all okay. I'm pretty sure yours will be too. So that was your crafter teaching you guys how to make a brand new Minecraft 1.3 server almost after 1 hour and 30 minutes after its official release. So if you found, if you appreciated the effort that I put in this, the fact that it's only 1 hour and 30 minutes after the official release, also the fact that many more videos are coming, and if you need to watch Bucket plus 1.3, I'm gonna make a video on the first day. So when 1.3 is gonna come out for Bucket, so when Bucket's gonna release version for 1.3, you're gonna be the first to know if you subscribe, because I will make a video right away, because I have myself a server that I wanna make it 1.3 as well. So that was JCrafter. So if you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like, and I'm out.